It was hearty, but I just felt like I was eating newspaper.
Yeah, interesting.
Just dry.
Speaking of newspaper, Matthew, while we were there was a newspaper page on the wall.
Yes.
It was because the article in the middle was about Dunn's.
Yeah.
So normally these sorts of things are like, glowing reviews of the restaurant or whatever. But this was a news page, like a news section page of the newspaper.
It wasn't arts and culture.
No,
it
wasn't
life.
like the life section. It wasn't the weekend section or anything like that. It was the news. The top story of the page was how the public transit buses are still running despite all the snow and sabotage. And I was like, wow, I kind of want to read that. I want to read all these articles, but there was a couple sitting there. I didn't want to be like, excuse me, let me lean over your table for the next 5 minutes. At the bottom of the page had an article that's headline was, what was it, Matthew? I'm trying to remember the phrasing.
The police being too lax in search for missing black woman.
Yeah, that's what it was. Something like that.
And there's a very small picture of her.
Photo of the missing woman.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle of the page, there's an enormous photo of some Dunn's employee. And the headline was something along the lines of, it's quote unquote smoked meat, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah. Yes.
Which to me means that like someone was saying, yeah, that's not really smoked meat. Like they're, no, it was court says.
Yes, court says.
Or judge says. Judge says it's quote unquote smoked meat, no matter how you slice it. And I'm wondering, like, was someone else saying their smoked meat is not actually smoked meat? I wonder if the discrepancy was really about how you slice it, or that was just sort of a fun turn of phrase.
Yeah.
And like perhaps Dunn's famous smoked meat is just barely up to snuff. They needed a court ruling to get there. Judging by our burgers today, it sure feels that way.
Oh, yeah.
On the news section. That's what was happening in Montreal that day. Buses are sabotaged. Black women are missing and the police don't care. This smoked meat is fine.
It also seemed like the newspaper didn't care that much either. She got the smallest picture.
It was so strange, yeah.
And it was at the bottom. And I don't understand why they didn't just cut the article out and frame that.
I know.
They just decided, let's take the whole page.
Like, in the context of that page, this is easily the least important news.
Yeah.
And why is it in the news section? I don't know. It was strange.
And pretty questionable, like you said, because it's just like they just had enough smoked meat in their meat. It was just enough for just to pass like
rat
the FDA
poison levels just low enough.
Like if we could read the byline or something.
Oh man, I wish I could. Yeah, we actually tried to find it on the internet afterwards, but I couldn't track it down on Google News.
No, that would be amazing though if someone just didn't read the article.
Yeah,
he's like open for business again. Courts rule: meat safe to consume.
Let's put that one up on the wall too.
He's like, what about this missing black lady? He's like,
put it all up on the wall. Maybe someone will find her. What'd you think of the bun?
It was nicer than the last bun I've eaten.
Okay.
It was like, the buns are never like, if a bun really stands out, this bun didn't really stand out to me.
When these burgers were set down in front of us, I thought the buns looked great.
Yeah.
They were nice looking. They looked fresh. They had poppy seeds on them. Looked great. I picked up my burger, and you were talking about how dry your burger was. Mine was a soggy mess. The whole bottom was wet, and if you may have noticed, after my first bite, I lied it down I let a whole bunch of juice drain out of it, and then I lied it down upside down on top of the bed of fries for the rest of the meal, so as to not let the bottom bun get any soggier.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. There was one bite I took. Thank you. There was one bite that I took that it's like I couldn't wrap my whole mouth around the contents of the burger, and just my bottom teeth dragged along the bun a little bit. Okay. And the bun just sort of fell apart into my mouth. It was so soggy. Like I didn't take a bite. It's just bread was falling off. So yeah, like I said, caramelized onions, banana peppers, pickles. The construction of this burger was a little disappointing too. I noticed I had 2 pieces of bacon, but they were stacked and not crossed or lied side by side. Same issue with the pickles.
Yeah.
Sorry?
That's a big issue for you. It's happened to you before.
It's happened to me before, and it just seems like basic logic. Why would you have 2 slices of pickles and just stack them so that I only have 2 or 3 bites of pickle when you could make this burger as evenly proportioned as possible.
No.
It was a soggy mess of a burger. I couldn't really taste the different tastes. They were just a mess at all times. Was why say, okay, we're going to cook a medium if you're not going to cook a medium?
Well, that's why he pushed for, well done or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man.
You're getting the same either way. But...
I guess, why? Yeah, I don't know. No. Just don't ask. Just don't ask.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fine with whatever I get, basically. My bun was so soggy, it was a mess. I wasn't too thrilled with this burger. The bun, which I was excited for, the top part was pretty good. The bottom part was a soggy mess. The patty itself was significant amount of meat, but not great. This was a disappointment. The mozzarella was a small amount. Yours had so much more mozzarella than mine.
I was so excited when I showed you that. I picked it up. I was like, look at this.
Yeah.
I flipped it upside down to show you. I was really excited. I was like, this is going to be good.
I think my response was like a quiet looking down at my own burger going like, well, where's all my mozzarella?
Yeah, you weren't excited for me. You were just jealous.
Yeah, I wasn't jealous. I was happy for you, Matthew. I was just more sad about the state of my burger.
Okay. Yeah, it seemed like a bad situation. I think it's probably my worst trip to Dunn's, if I have to think back. Either Dunn's or Reuben's. One or the other.
Different restaurants. Just want to be clear.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, Matthew, I want to ask you real quick, what do you think of that pickle?
Like the mascot or the pickle itself?
Let's go with both.
So
we each had like about a half a pickle, quarter pickle, I don't recall, that was served with our coleslaw alongside our burger and fries.
Yeah. Quarter pickle.
Quarter pickle. I guess we'll do the tour and we'll land on the pickle. What'd you think of your fries? What'd you think of your coleslaw? What'd you think of your pickle?
Coleslaw was the best part, and I hate coleslaw the most.
Yeah.
So that feels like it says something.
Okay.
Actually, no, the pickle was standard issue pickle. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like a sweet Kool-Aid pickle now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my taste buds have adapted to wanting the sweeter, redder pickles.
That's the difference between you and me, Matthew. Maybe the only difference.
It's our pickle intake?
Yeah. This is our love of Kool-Aid pickles. You have one. I do not have a love for them.
No. But you try.
What'd you think of your fries?
The fries, I felt they were super plain. I started dipping them in mayonnaise. You saw I put more salt on them.
Yeah.
And it didn't help. I ate
usually,
them.
we've done this going for burgers, and we usually get fries dozens of times now.
Yeah.
I can't recall a single time me reaching for the salt and putting it on my fries. And I did this time. I had ketchup and mayonnaise, and I still went for salt, went for vinegar, trying to get these fries to do anything for me. And I have in the past really liked Reuben's fries. Sorry, Dunn's fries. you got me now, Matthew.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything for me. The coleslaw was fine. I'm sad to say that a quarter of a pickle was the highlight of my meal.
Yeah. It was the only thing that had true taste.
Yeah.
I was on a quest for taste the whole time. It was an odyssey almost. An odyssey for taste. And I couldn't get it. I got it out of the pickle.
Yeah.
A little pickle man. A little cowboy hat.
Yeah, so what do you think of this mascot? This is a weird mascot that like a smoked meat joint has this big pickle with a big cleft chin and a cowboy hat and a little bandana, I think.
Yeah.
Who bounces around and he's a pickle. Who's the ad wizard who came up with that one?
He's basically like, he seems cool.
Yeah?
Cool enough.
Would you want to chill with that pickle?
I think I might like to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other... I just feel like Dundee's, which I've never been to, Reuben's, and Dunn's, they all don't have a big pickle mascot?
Mandela effect.
I just thought they had a pickle mascot.
I think that's just Dunn's, Matthew.
Just
I don't think Reuben's... I think Reuben's being a little classier and for old people doesn't need a mascot.
Okay.
And Dundee's, I don't believe, has a mascot either.
I mean, it's a good mascot as far as mascot goes. Kind of reminds me of Clippy.
Who the hell's Clippy?
Isn't he a little paperclip icon?
Like a Windows
95
Windows 95 Office.
Yeah. He would tell you how to
paperclip.
copy and paste things.
if you want to save your file, you're going to want to do one of these.
I kind of feel like that's how the pickle would be, too. It's like,
Try one of a smoked meat egg rolls. It's a weird little fusion of Asian and Montreal cuisines.
I like the dramatic pauses.
Didn't they used to have ads? Maybe they still do. Where it was like, I think it was always a man and a woman on the radio ads. And I want to say the man was maybe named Matzo Ball. And the woman was just like, girl?
Matzo ball? Oh, yeah. Matzo ball and girl.
Do you remember that at all?
No.
Where it'd be like, it was like maybe for their new soup or whatever. Maybe it was a matzo ball soup type of thing.
They're advertising their new soup?
And it was like, hey, girl, have you tried our new matzo ball soup? And she's like, oh, matzo ball, you love that matzo ball soup. He's like, oh, girl, you know it. Dunn's famous since 1927.
Wow. That's an ad right there. Right,
Right
away.
there, huh?
7 seconds.
Boom, in and out.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
girl.
how you do it.
Hey, girl,
Hey, matzo ball.
you into that matzo ball soup?
Stop talking about that matzo ball soup. Matzo ball, man.
Hey, girl. Such a creep. So, you know what, Matthew? Can we take a quick pause right here? I want to try something.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Okay, just give me a sec. All right, so we're back. I've got a big old jar, a 1 liter jar of pickles, garlic, dill pickles,
You brought a jar of baby dills.
baby dills. So we've got a brand new jar of pickles here. I just opened it. Basically, the highlight of my meal was a dill pickle. I'm going to have another dill pickle right now. See if I still feel like even this dill pickle was better than anything in my meal.
Okay.
This whole jar of pickles was probably cheaper than any single item in my meal.
Selection brand.
Yeah, this is,
Pickles.
this is not the highest end pickles. This is no Vlasic.
Mrs. White's.
What's that one?
Mrs. White?
Mrs. White's. Yeah, she's got good pickles.
Vlastic has good... No, that's the sound of a pickle or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to eat one of these. Oh, they're gross. They're little babies. Fetus pickles.
Oh.
These are like zygote pickles.
Zygote.
Why didn't we ever do a pickle snack time?
Maybe this is it.
This is the answer. This is why. We're just eating pickles. I'll be honest. I like the Dunn's pickle a little more.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
think I like baby pickles.
I'll have another one just in case. My first one wasn't super crispy.
The jar is a lie because I see giant pickles and I reach in, I pull out a little baby pickle. It's a magnifying effect.
That one's got some good crunch to it.
Yeah, all right. I'm going in for one more pickle then.
Take a little one.
A little one?
I had a big one and it was kind of soft.
Well, I had a big one and I didn't like it. Oh, slippery little guys. This one's more of a teenager pickle, I'd say. Sebastian,
Yes. Matthew.
what are pickles?
They're pickled cucumbers.
Strange. Because the thing is,
Yeah.
cucumbers are big.
Yes.
But I've never seen a giant pickle.
Correct.
I've never seen a baby cucumber.
That's right. Well, I've seen a baby cucumber. It's just not done growing
Well, why can't I buy a giant pickle?
because it's not pickled yet. It's just a cucumber.
Yeah, but why can't I take a giant... Why don't people take giant cucumbers and pickle them and
They
make
do.
a
They
giant
shrink
cucumber?
down.
They shrink down that much?
I think so.
I'm talking big cucumbers.
Big cucumber, big pickle.
All right. It just doesn't taste anything. It's like a cucumber tastes like not very much.
Exactly. That's why you pickle it.
I was about to say a cucumber tastes like cucumber water. But
Yeah. What does a pickle taste like?
I guess it just tastes like the liquid.
Pickle water.
Do you ever just drink pickle water?
I have
Pickle water popsicles?
pickle juice.
Pickle juice, yeah.
Yeah, I've drank pickle juice.
All right. Well, that's